Thank you very much, Odo. Yeah, I'm Drakos, that's Jackspectra. We are joined by Kaliste. Bro, I can see the adrenaline. I can see you shaking. I feel like you were fighting for your goddamn life in that last team fight. We have your POV replay, so I just want to start with that. The final fight, like, talk me through this game, because early you're playing on Hevaris, 2 items, you're feeling good, but you are sweating in these final moments.
I mean, yeah, I'm still a bit stressed of the match, I guess. But this game, I think we mega choked it team-wise. I think I didn't play really good also. I got caught a lot. But yeah, I mean, it's 40 minutes games. There is Elder, Nash, all these things. So, of course, the earth rate goes a bit high. And yeah, it was a bit of a stressful game. But still, I'm still happy with the way we played and the way I played the 2 games. Yeah, I mean, I'm still a bit stressed because of the match, but either way, I think we did good. And in terms of fearless draft, well, we didn't feel it today, since it was only 2 games. Like, we didn't really show any of our cards or anything. Pretty happy with the way we played today, and that's it.
And I want to ask, what did you think of Carsey in the second game? Because that engage he did on you guys on mid, where he just went in alone, like, that looks so into me, and then he flashes to kill you, and it's like ends up being insane for them.
I mean, I think Carsey is a good AD carry. I think it's nothing new. I think people in LEC, they know that Carsey is a good AD carry, and it's pretty aggressive. Well, this game, we really choked a bit in team fights. We went too deep into severe Victor, and I think it showed. For example, there is the attack and fight where he just one-shotted everyone in the choke. And then, yeah, on the mid fight, I think he was playing really, really aggressive. It was actually just the... like, it was the front line for his team. And I think he did really good. It was a really good team fight, but I'm not sure flashing in is the best.
To kill you was a bit
I think it's
crazy.
A bit crazy because I was out anyways. I couldn't fight anymore. He did a really good fight. Maybe it was a bit too much. But, I mean, in this game, there was a lot of pressure, and I can understand. And it's just on the feeling. I mean, you know it, anyways.
Yeah, it's definitely a really difficult situation to be in where you feel like you have to make the hero plays. I don't normally see that.
It reminds me of like the Ice. You remember the Ice play against Fnatic? It was like a 40-minute game, and Fnatic gets the...
Yeah,
and he flashed in. It's like, you know why he does it, but a lot of the time, it's too much. But for me, I'm very curious about, obviously, if we ask you about your matchup tomorrow, you're going to say you're going to win. But BDS versus Vitality, they both lost today. Who do you think is better?
BDS and Vitality?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a bit hard because the game we played against BDS, some weird thing happened and we mega choked it. So it's a bit hard to know. So it's only from scrims. But I would say BDS are a better team.
Yeah.
I think they are, I don't know how to say it, but I think they have a better team play, just basically team play wise on the map, on
like macro
objective plannings, all these things. I think they are better, but I think Vitality is not bad, and I think it will be a banger series. I think it will go for sure in 3 games.
Yeah.
And yeah, pretty excited to see this. And of course, yeah, tomorrow we will win, but I don't think we will win. I think we will storm them. I think Koi is not that good. Jojupun is talking too much for the game he did against us, and I think Super Alvaro are pretty good, but honestly, I'm not sure if they're better than Carsey this thing.
Wow.
Damn. Dude, I love the confidence that you bring. You know, you calm down from the game, you level head right back into talking your shit. And, you know, like saying it like it is, from your perspective. I do want to talk about one champion that stood out, Kalista. We look at, like, the first 2 weeks of LEC. She doesn't win a single game, right? And then we see across the entire weekend in Fearless this week, she went from 0-5, she's now 6-5. She's making it into every pick ban. She's banned every game in LCK. Like, what is happening? Has she been bad in scrims? Like, how is this champion making it into your hands? How is Supa able to play this champion?
I think it's always the same with Kalista. At the start of the year, it's a bit rough. People are not really confident. Teams are not really all along with each other, so they can fuck up or do some misplays or just not play good enough to actually close games, where Kalista is really strong too. For example, I think in scrims, Kalista is really high prio and a lot of people, they pick it. But in official, it's different because there is way more pressure. There is, like, the games are just slower and it comes just to team fighting. And team fighting with Kalista, you have to be really good to team fight with it. For example, Varus is way easier to team fight with. And I think, like, throughout the year, Kalista is getting stronger and stronger because people are getting more confident and they are getting better as a team and snowballing. So that's why, for example, I think at every Worlds, Kalista is perma-banner picked, and I think it will just be like this, continuing with the year. Kalista is a really strong champion, and you can always get prio with it. And I think most of the people and most of the AD carries now, they can play it at a pretty good level.
Do you think it should just be perma-banned? Like, most likely? I don't want you guys to say it.
Like, do you think it's going to be open tomorrow?
Maybe if Draven is banned, but I think it's just a strong champion. We'll see who picks it or who bans it. That's it.
That's fair enough. I don't want you to give away like anything of the secret sauce, right? But to me, as someone watching, Jack, I mean, you correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm just like, how do people keep on blue side, especially?
Yeah.
This is what's been crazy, right? It's like we see so many teams like you guys were up, or you picked blue side game 1, right? And then you win once on blue side and red side. And I think that's happened just about in every single series. Is that the team on blue side in game 1 always seems to get Exodia draft in these fearless games.
Yeah, I think also like in the BDS MKOI game, Kalista went to 2nd rotation. It was insane. And I also think this new Kalista, kind of the mini rework, she doesn't scale as bad because her jump speed is so fast now that you can actually dodge skill shots pretty easily in team fights. And I also feel like her mechanical kind of ceiling went up in team fights now. I think she's way more fun to play.
Yeah, I think it's way more fun to play. I really like when I get the Feet of Sense.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
the
it
boots,
feels so good.
And you can really jump around the map. But I think it's really strong, and also, well, games are mostly on objectives. First, you're getting prio with your team most of the time, for sure. Like, it's not automatic prio. Depends. There is some matchups that are hard. But since it's also just coming to objectives, well, Kalista is always strong. She can always smite it. Well, we entered it in the first game, but there is this pressure of, oh, they have Kalista, they can actually start it. Oh, Kalista is strong.
Yeah.
There is also the Kalista ultimate that is really, really strong and like makes your support be able to do crazy things. But yeah, I think Kalista is scaling pretty good. Like she's really strong till the early to the end of the game, in my opinion.
And for me, I think Fearless, for ADC, it doesn't change that much. Do you think with the addition of Fearless that we'll see maybe some more hyper carries? I'm a big fan of hyper carries, but what do you think?
Yeah, I don't think it changes that much in best of 3.
Yeah.
I think in best of 5 it does, though.
Yeah.
I would say on the 3rd game you could see hyper carries maybe. Depends if like there is like the prio AD carries, they are both picked on on 1st and 2nd game, and then you're coming to 3rd game and maybe one team actually have a plan to ban two champions and get the other AD carry that is the best. But I would say it doesn't change that much in best of 3s. Maybe in the 3rd game, but you can really see it on the 4th and 5th game.
Yeah. Also, I want to ask a really random question. Have you been watching LCK much?
Yeah, I do.
T1 Gumayusi versus Smash. What are your thoughts? What? I want to ask. As a fellow ADC player, it's interesting.
You are signing this man up for the biggest clickbait clip of all time. If you don't want to answer that, you don't have to. But it'd be cool if you did.
I mean, the thing is, I can really judge a player by playing against him.
Yeah.
I mean, for sure, by looking at pro views and just watching him in pro play, you can see that he's good. I can for sure already say that Smash is really good.
Yeah.
The way he's playing, the way he's clicking, and the way he's always going forward and being confident. And he always sees the windows where he can 1v9, dash in, or do these things. You can see that he's good. I mean, but now saying Gumayusi or Smash was better, also didn't see Gumayusi since few weeks not playing in official.
Yeah.
So it's pretty hard to see. But I think just both AD carries, they're really good. I wouldn't say who's better, but well, I just hope I can play against both.
Yeah.
There you go. Well navigated. He was setting you up. You could have set some flame. We could have had Casey versus T1 on Reddit before we see it in an international. Could have been a banger, but well navigated. But yeah, I mean, fair question. I do want to give shout out to your support. Targamas is our Kia player of the series. I thought he played really well. Kalista, you mentioned enabling some more psycho plays. I think we got to see that. How is your guys' duo developing? Obviously, you have a lot of history together, but I do feel like the success you're showing now, to me, Targamas especially, has shown a lot of growth playing with you this year.
Well, for me, Targamas always has been a good player and really smart player. He's really smart about like macro plans and just he has really good ideas. And in this team, he can actually like show them. And as a duo, well, we played together in 2023, and we were like well, it's already matching perfectly just in tryouts already. Like we don't have to say much. We just know each other really well. It just gets along, and it keeps getting along better and better each day. And the good thing is, I think that's why we're strong, is just that we both don't care. Like we know each other. If one is hinting, he will tell it. We are reviewing together. We are speaking about the game together. We are laughing. We are just close friends. And it's, for me, really important as a duo. I don't know if you can feel it, Jackspectra, but most of the time when you're really getting along with your support and you're really close with him, I feel like it's always easier and you can actually push your limits way faster.
Yeah, I felt it a lot with like VIT. I played with him for so long as well, and it was very similar. That it was just like, it's so much easier when you can just tell your support, like, what did you just do? You just inted so hard, you know? You can just be like honest with him. Because if you're don't have that bond, and then he completely ints you, and you have to be like, no, it's okay.
That was not really good, you know?
That is so bad.
Yeah. Oh. I think that's the most important, the fact that we are just close to each other and we can just tell if the other is inting or not. And then he also has a great champion pool, and I'm always trying to be able to play other stuff, other champions, to be more productive. So I think we are just a good duo.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm just ready for Neelasena. I'm going to be honest. I got a taste in the Mia Masters like 2 years ago. I haven't seen anyone since. People let you have it for some reason. It was mostly permabanned. I hope we get to see it again. You don't have to give anything away. Your coach is going to yell at me. Apple's is going to yell at me. Don't say anything.
I mean, it got nerfed. We'll see, maybe.
Maybe. That's all I need. Well, of course, looking ahead toward tomorrow, Hill saying, you know, he couldn't create enough space today. No Nidalee for 1-1-3, despite what Jackspectra wanted, but a lot of exciting matchups on the horizon. The other matchup that I want to ask you about, we already asked about BDS Vitality. Fnatic versus G2. You've said already you're stomping Koi. Okay, we'll just move you up. We'll see what happens, but boom, we'll just move you up for now. Who are you facing in the upper bracket there? Is it going to be Fnatic or G2?
I would say Fnatic is a slightly better team.
Wow.
But really slightly. For me, it's really, really close. And there is one factor that is always a problem when you're playing in official in LEC. It's the caps factor.
Yeah.
I think caps is really dangerous in official, and if he has the champions to 1v9, and he also shows up in the like big games. Yeah. And I think this best of 3, he doesn't want to lose it. And I think this can be a really huge clutch factor. But I think G2 went. I think they were honestly not good at the start of the season. They had to get along together, but I think now they are actually really good. I think they're a really good team. They are in the top 3. And just, yeah, it's Fnatic against G2. It's always a banger. I think both teams are really good, and they are also in a really good shape, both. So I think it will mostly be on drafts. For example, I think we saw G2 cook yesterday. Yeah. Fnatic, they most of the times have good drafts. And just, I think it will really depends on who's feeling the best, who's being decisive, and who's being the fastest.
What do you think of the G2 bot lane, though? Because I feel like that one's been a bit more shaky.
Yeah, I would say, like as I said, I think they were not good at the start of the season. They had to get along together. It's always the same, where like you change a bot duo, you have to get along with the support or the DC. We're changing whatever. And it's just they have to find their style, the way they want to play it, and just communicate together and just get along together. And I think, well, as the team gets better, they both get better, and I think it's a strong duo now.
Yeah, and they're building that relationship. You guys talked about it, so they can flame each other. So they can just say you're inting, no, you're inting.
You know,
just
have to flame each other.
Yeah, you just gotta flame each other. That's the lesson. You gotta. If you're playing with your duo at home, you guys just gotta flame each other. You gotta be comfortable with that open and honest feedback, or just flaming each other, however you want to describe it. Regardless, I'm just gonna say as a side note, I am really excited. I hope you guys get to play G2 specifically. The bot lane matchup, for once, I mean, is not the thing I'm most excited about. I want to see how Vladdy stacks up against Caps, because I think the age-old test for top teams in our league is like, do you have a mid laner who can handle Caps in the 1v1? So far, I think it's looked good. But just as a thing to look forward, that's what I'm personally excited for. It was incredible games today. Thank you again, Kaliste, for joining us. Thank you, Jack, as well. 2 banger series tomorrow, okay? Fnatic versus G2, Koi versus KC. Do not miss it. Tomorrow is going to be the best week of European League of Legends this entire year. I guarantee it. Show up, or, I mean, honestly, just don't come back. But you should probably come back, because it's really just, it's going to slap, and that's how we're going to end the show. So come back.
Please.
Jojo, all the while, 1-1-3 start up the Dragon, but Mew and Elio coming over. Oh! 1-1-3 now slowed down.
Yon ezil. Yon ezil, Sejane.
I can look, not.
Sejane is no flash.
No please.
He's slowed.
Nautilus, well played.
Okay. Can we look Karma?
I'm looking. Look, no flash. I want his right, they cannot come.
Jojo, unbind the soul, finds an angle, looks for Q1, unbinds the soul, can look for a big angle on in 1-1-3, buying time though, Baylor comes on the irrelevant is dead! Bail out, the GA prevents his reset! Hostile takeover comes across, but look who's been picked off, it's Nuke!
Kaliste, will he have to flash away to the next question? Hilly then turns to Targus, gets behind him, flash away with a step. Hilly stepped too far up, and Kaliste styles him for first blood. Will be safe and sound, snug as a bug, as Lenses goes down without a simple tug. 4 kills here for KC.
I'm fine. I will look, I'm okay. Just don't die you. I feel for you, really. Heal really if you can. Let me. Good job, really good.
Let's fight.
I TP already.
Yeah. I'm coming.
Let's go to. Maybe he dies? I will kill him. Yeah,
Heal first,
Look Zara. Nautilus after. Looks good. No flash. Yeah, I kill. Go to.
Look, Drake.
Guys, we need to fade. I'm gonna die maybe. No, stop us all. Jack's not flash. Yeah. Steven no flash.